Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tempe High School in Tempe. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage of Saguaro SaberCats varsity baseball, and we're underway in a PowerPoint game as Saguaro on the road at Tempe, and Ben Lagousas leads off for the SaberCats, and he's up there with a count of 1-1 strike. Saguaro 6-8 on the season, playing the Tempe Buffaloes, who come in with a record of 2 wins and 10 losses. The 1-1 pitch and a ground ball, and that's foul over on the first base side, and it's 1-2. Now the 1 and the 1-2 pitch. And that's hit the other way, and that's into left field, and Ben Lagousas continues the hot hitting for Saguaros. He's provided a spark for them since getting his way into the lineup. A leadoff single for the SaberCats, and Lagousas aboard at first base, and the batter is Turner Lace. So it's Lagousas leading off at second base, Lace batting second for the SaberCats. At shortstop, Brett Adams will hit third and catch. The number 4 hitter is the first baseman, Matt Mara. Michael Bloom in right field bats fifth. Shane Stansbury is sixth at third base. Luke Eichste is seventh in center field. Ryan McGill DHs today and bats eighth. And the number 9 hitter is JT Nettleton in left field as Lace had squared to bunt, pulled the bat back, and takes strike one. The 1 strike with a runner going, and it's a breaking ball, and that's high for a ball. It's 1-1, and a stolen base gets Lagousas into scoring position. And the count now 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike on Turner Lace. Julio Rubio starts today for Tempe. And the right-hander checks back and delivers, and the pitch is outside. And it's 3-1. And the 3-1. And that'll miss for ball 4. So Lace walks, and the SaberCats put the first 2 aboard. And that brings up Brett Adams for Saguaro.
Go, Brett.
And Adams with a swing and a miss for a strike. And the runners go. The ball bounced in, the throw to third base. That's going to get away, and the SaberCats are going to score in the first inning. Stolen base, actually a double steal. And then an E2 as Lagousas touches home. And a ball hit pretty well out to left center field. And that's going to go up to the fence. And that'll bring another run in as Adams will stop. Adams with another double, his team-high 9th double of the season. And he knocks in a run to make it a 2-run first inning for the SaberCats. And an RBI double. And the batter is Matt Mara as Nick Librani will run at first base. First one over for a strike. Runner at second base, nobody out, 2 in for Saguaro in the top of the first.
Get him over, Matt.
And a fly ball, that'll get out of play down the right side, and it's 0-2. Saguaro finished 4-2 in the Cleats Classic Invitational last week after going a perfect 4-0 through pool play. They lost in the quarterfinals to Williams Field and then lost in a consolation game to Tucson High. That was last Thursday. And the SaberCats have been idle since. Another one popped up, and boy, got a chance for this one in foul territory, and that's just out of the reach of the first baseman. There's a ground ball, and that's past the diving third baseman and down into the, well, at least along the left field line. Lebrani will score. Mara goes into second base, and it's an RBI double for Matt Mara, and it's 3 runs in the first for the SaberCats.
Now batting number 11, Bloom.
Job, Matty. Get him back. Great place with him, Michael.
And the first pitch to Michael Bloom, high for a ball. And a ball popped up. Another one playable in foul territory. And this time the catch made, and that's the first down in the SaberCat first inning as Bloom fouls out to the first baseman, Austin Emos. And there's one away. The defense for the Buffaloes then, it's James Meraki in left field, Andy Blanc in center, Billy Ballantyne in right. Josh Morales plays third, Luis Perez at short, Adam Messer the second baseman, Austin Emos at first, Ramon Matus catching, and Julio Rubio the starting pitcher as he gets the first one to Shane Stansbury over for a strike. And the next one over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And the next one misses outside, 1-2. And a ball yanked foul into the Tempe bullpen down the third base side. And the next one fouled back behind home plate and out of play. And another one fouled off. We stay at a ball on 2 strikes. Mara at second base with 1 out, 3 in for Saguaro in the top of the first. And the 1-2. And another one fouled off. Rubio with a set of the 1-2. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and Stansbury strikes out. So there's 2 away in the inning.
Now batting number 15, Ike C.
Now Luke Eichste trying to get that runner in from second base. And a ball hit out to left center field. And it's going to hang up, though, and it's caught by the center fielder Blanc. And the side is retired, but a good start to the ball game for the SaberCats as Saguaro scores 3 times on 3 base hits, and they leave one after a half inning of play. It's Saguaro 3 and Tempe coming up. Andy Blanc leads off for Tempe in the bottom of the first inning and takes low and away for ball 1. Blanc leads off in center field. Billy Ballantyne bats second. Luis Perez is third. Josh Morales at third base is fourth. Ramon Matus, the catcher, is fifth, and Andy Messer is sixth. And the ball popped up down the third base sign. It's in foul territory. And it's Lace, the shortstop, that's over to make the catch. And the leadoff hitter retired in the first.
9, Billy Ballantyne.
Job, Jeff.
And Billy Ballantyne, the right fielder for the Buffaloes, but the rest of their lineup, then James Meraki is in left field. And the number 7 hitter, Austin Emos, is 8th, and Julio Rubio is 9th. And the first one to Ballantyne over for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 1 strike. And that's at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-2. SaberCat defense, Nettleton, Eichste, and Bloom in the outfield. Stansbury, Lace, Lagusis, Mara at third to first in the infield. And Adams catching Gifford, the 0-2. And that's fouled off right at the plate. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty, bottom of the first inning, and Tempe trailing 3-0 to the SaberCats. And that chopper goes first base side, and Gifford makes a nice play and throws on to first. Just able to get that one before it got past him, and if he had not been able to pick it up clean, that would have been an infield hit for Ballantyne. But instead, Gifford picks it up and flips to Mara at first base, a 1-3 ground out, and there's 2 away. Now with 2 down, the batter is Luis Perez. And the first one to Perez over for a strike. The 0-1. That hits Perez. A 2-out base runner for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the first innings. Perez to first base. And the batter is Josh Morales, the third baseman for the Buffaloes. And the first one to Morales, high and outside for ball 1. Perez at first with 2 away in the bottom of the first for the Buffaloes. They trail Saguaro 3-0. The 1-0 as the runner goes. The pitch low. Adams throw to second base. Going to be a little bit late as Perez steals second base and gets into scoring position. Gifford with the set and the pitch. And a fastball is inside. And it's 3-0. And Gifford high with the next pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Morales after he hits Perez.
21, Matus.
Now Ramon Matus, the Tempe catcher. And a quick timeout from the SaberCat dugout as we play in the bottom of the first inning. Saguaro leads Tempe 3-0. And the first one to Matus is high for a ball.
Pound it, pound us out.
2 on and 2 out for the Buffaloes in the home half of the first. The 1-0.
Attaboy.
And the pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Check of the runner at second, the 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball over to third. Easy hop there. Stansbury throws high. Merritt pulled it down and just able to reach back and tap the bag. So he saves an error and maybe saves a run as Tempe fails to score. No runs, no hits, a walk and a hit batter. The Buffaloes lead 2, and after 1 inning of play, Tempe trails Saguaro 3-0. 8-9-1 for Saguaro in the top of the second inning as Ryan McGill gets the start today as the designated hitter, batting for the pitcher Stephen Gifford. Took the first one low and in, and now the 1-0 pitch over the inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. SaberCats playing the first of 3 games this week, all PowerPoint games as they have completed their invitational tournament play. Everything the rest of the way will count toward PowerPoints. They'll be on the road Friday over at Seton Catholic in Chandler for a 3:45 start. And then Saturday night, they'll play at Packard Stadium against the Notre Dame Saints. And a breaking ball over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2.
Hey, man, with 2, bud.
It's warmer than San Diego. It'll be probably 10 degrees warmer in a couple months.
The 2-2 and a ground ball and a diving stop at third. Now the throw to first base, and it's not in time. Morales did a great job to lay out to pick up that ground ball, but then just a little bit slow getting up to get that throw across the diamond. And Miguel has an infield single. So McGill aboard at first for JT Nettleton. SaberCats had 3 base hits plus a walk, scoring 3 times in the first inning. And now the leadoff hitter aboard in the second as they lead 3-0. And the first pitch to Nettleton, a breaking ball over for a strike. So an important week of baseball here for the SaberCats as they try to string together some PowerPoint wins. As Nettleton hits a fly ball out pretty well to left field. Meraki over to his left and just reaches out to bring that one in. It nearly tailed away from him there, but hangs on for the first out, and McGill retreats to first base. But you can go back to right before the Cleats Classic tournament, and Saguaro with a PowerPoint win over Paradise Valley as they won that one 10-0. Runner goes, the ball bunted down the first base line, and that's going to go just foul as Morales pounces on it in foul territory, and that's strike 1 on Lagusis. Ben came in batting .438 with 4 RBI, and he had a base hit in the first, so that bumps the average up some. Also, all the bases in the first inning. The 0-1, that's fouled off. Rubio ready. And steps off. 1 on, 1 out, top of the second. Saguaro leading Tempe 3-0. And the runner goes, and a fly ball into center field. Blanc went back a couple of steps, now in a few, and makes the catch. And that's out number 2.
Now batting number 20, Lace.
Tempe just 10 players on the lineup card today. Just one substitution available in the dugout for the Buffaloes. And there's a line drive over the third baseman Morales' head with the runner going. The ball into left field. The throw will come toward third base, and that will allow Lace to go to second.
Number 5, Adams.
So McGill to third, and as the throw goes to third, Lace pulls into second base. 2 in scoring position for Brett Adams. And Lace is continuing to bump his average up. Came in hitting .359 with a couple of doubles and 12 RBI. Now 1 for 1 and a walk. And Adams hits a fly ball out to left field. This will send Meraki back. Still going back to the warning track, and it hits off the fence. And a couple runs will come in. Adams, a doubles machine here in the early going as he hits another double today. That's 10 on the season for Adams. And also a couple of RBI as he comes up with a 2-out base hit. So Adams with his 10th double, and now with 3 RBI today, he's got 10 runs knocked in on the season as well. And now Lubrani running at second base for Adams, the batter, Matt Mara. And the first one of Mara outside for a ball. And they gave you Adams' numbers, except for his average, came in hitting .441, and with a couple of base hits today, that obviously raises his average. Matt Mara, .333 hitter coming in, hit his second double of the year to go along with a homer and 6 knocked in. And a pitch over for a strike, and actually for Mara, that double in the first inning knocked in his 7th run of the season. So 2 in for the SaberCats in the second. They lead Tempe 5-0. The 1-0. Make it the 1-1, and a curveball near the outside corner of the plate for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Now Rubio with the 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball, third base side, but just wide of the bag for a foul ball. And the pitch misses away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Bloom next for the SaberCats. 2 runs in for Saguaro with 3 more base hits in the inning. And there's a high fly ball out to left field. And that one leaves the yard. Meraki went back to the fence, put the hand up, and Matt Mara has his second home run in a week. He had his first one in extra innings against Marcos Denizo last Monday. And he's got a second one of the season here today, a 2-run shot over the fence in left field for Matt Mara. It's a 4-run second inning for the SaberCats, and they lead 7-0. After a Tempe timeout, the first pitch to Michael Bloom is low for a ball. Saguaro follows up a 3-run first inning with a 4-run second. And Bloom tries to get it going again with the bases empty and 2 outs. The 1-0. Yeah, that one looked pretty good. Called the ball, and it's 2-0. Rubio with the 2-0 pitch. Looks like he kind of tried to guide that one in there, and he misses low and away, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch, and that's high, and that's ball 4. I think Bloom is still thinking that second pitch of the at-bat might have been a strike. But he's aboard at first base for Shane Stansbury. Bloom, by the way, good numbers as well. 378, 5 doubles, a 888 RBI. 0 for 1 with a walk today, and now Stansbury at the plate with a swing and a miss. Shane batting .206 with 2 doubles and a triple, 5 knocked in. The 0-1. And a ground ball over to third base. Morales will throw to first. Bounced in there, but picked up by Emos, and the inning is over. SaberCats add 4 runs in the second inning, and after an inning and a half, the SaberCats lead the Buffaloes by a score of 7-0. Adam Messer, the leadoff hitter for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the second, and going after the first one, little line drive over the head of the second baseman Lagusis, and that's into right field. And the first base hit of the ball game for the Buffaloes, a leadoff single for Messer in the second.
Now batting number 18, Joey Matus.
Hey, Rhoda.
And the first pitch misses for a ball. And it's Joey Matus batting here for Tempe. We had James Meraki in the lineup as the throw goes to first base, and the runner just gets back. And the next pitch over for a strike.
Hey, get a ground ball, give.
And a ground ball. That's foul over on the first base side. Nobody out, a runner at first, bottom of the second inning. 7-0 Saguaro. And a ground ball again, and that's wide of first base. The 1-2 pitch. And that's outside. 2-2 on Joey Matus, the left fielder for the Buffaloes.
Get a ground ball, give.
And that one fell to the backstop. Again, a busy week of baseball. Not like last week, of course, in tournament play, but playing 3 PowerPoint games in a period of 5 days. Busy time for Saguaro. They'll be off Wednesday, Thursday, but then back at it. And going to work again on Friday as that pitch missed for ball 4. Two aboard, nobody out for Tempe for the first baseman, Austin Emos.
Hey, pitch contact. Come give.
And Emos trying to bunt, and it does, and then, boy, that throw down to third nearly got away. Stansbury had to go high to keep that one from going into left field. It looked as though Emos offered.
Got a first and third.
Well, they're saying ball 1 to Emos. Looked as though he offered at it, but no appeal, and that ball hit down the right field line. Might be trouble. Long run over there, and a nice play in right by Bloom. The runner slips, and no runner's able to advance there. So good job for Bloom to get to that one and get it in quickly, and then Adams with the block on the throw that skipped in there to keep that one from going to the backstop and allowing a runner to move up. So Messer's still at third after that stolen base. Matus did not follow, so he's still at first. The runner's at the corners with 1 out for Julio Rubio.
Hey, get a ground ball.
Remember when he sounded it outside?
Step and a throw to first, and the runner back. And going to throw that way again. And again, the runner at first base, Matus, is back standing. 7-0 SaberCats. Buffalo's batting in the bottom of the second. And the first one to Rubio outside for ball one. Easy throw to first. And the 1-0. Runner from first goes, and a high chopper. Going to be a tough play here. Stansbury has it, throws quickly, and out at first base.
At the end of 2, Saguaro 7. Are you thirsty? Are you craving something?
Bottom third of the order for Saguaro in the third inning, and Luke Eichste at the plate. Takes outside for ball one. And a ground ball over to third, grabbed there, on to first base, and there's one away. Breaking ball to McGill over for strike one. The 0-1. And a fly ball into shallow center field. And that hangs up there for Blanc to make the catch, and that's out number 2.
Now batting number 1, Nettleton.
Come on, JT.
Rubio 4 pitches to get 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Now going after JT Nettleton. And the first one outside for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Nettleton batting .324 with a double, 2 triples, 3 RBI after going 0 for 1 so far today. The 1-1. And a fly ball into shallow center. Blanc coming in, and the center fielder gets under it to make the catch. And it's a quiet 3-up, 3-down inning. 7 pitches thrown for Rubio in the third, and after 2.5, Saguaro leads Tempe 7-1. Andy Blanc, the leadoff hitter in the third for Tempe. Took the first one for a strike. The next one is outside, it may be low, and it's 1-1. And a ground ball into the hole. It's short, backhanded, field base hit. And Billy Ballantyne, who grounded back to Gifford his first time up, got the runner picked off there, and now got him in a rundown. And there's the tag applied. Caught stealing for the Buffaloes here in the first inning, or the third inning rather, for the first out. And Ballantyne bats with the bases empty. The 1-0. Misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Tempe trailing 7-1 after Saguaro scored 3 in the first and 4 in the second. Tempe got one back in the bottom of the second inning. And the next one inside, 3-0. Valentine back in there. Gifford running in the 3-0 pitch. And that'll miss for ball 4.
Now batting number 11, Luis Perez.
Valentine aboard at first with 1 out for Luis Perez. And time from the SaberCat dugout. Saguaro's got Nick Maservi getting loose in the bullpen. And it's Coach Dyer coming out of the dugout for the SaberCats. We play in the bottom of the third. It's 7-1. So Nick Maservi on to pitch for the SaberCats in the third. It was such a busy week last week for the SaberCats, 6 games in 4 days, but then they had several days off. And if you don't get some of your starters in here today, some of those guys, obviously, then they're not going to get action until at least Friday. So splitting some things up here as that fly ball's hit well. That's going to get over the head of Nettleton and go all the way to the fence. Runners will be held at third base for Valentine. Perez at second with a 1-out double.
Now batting number 12, J-Mo.
And Josh Morales with 2 in scoring position and 1 away. Corners up for the SaberCats. And the first one to Morales outside for ball 1. Morales walked his first time up. Maservi with a pitch. And it's fouled back out of play. And it's 1-1. Tempe able to keep some games close in the first couple of weeks of the season, including a win over Paradise Valley, as that pitch is a called strike and it's 1-2. But since then, some more lopsided scores, a couple of losses to Williamsfield in the last week and a half or two, as that pitch is fouled to the screen. And as I mentioned, they've got just 10 players dressed today. One and 2 on Morales. Ramon Matus next for the Buffaloes. And a line drive, and that's caught by Lace.
Now batting number 21, Ramon Matus.
Strike, and then a throw back to second base, and that hits the runner Perez on his way back to the bag. And he is down on the field here, and will take a stop in the bottom of the third, still 7-1. Now the 1-0 pitch, and a pop-up just on the outfield grass. Lagusas there as he calls for it, and he'll put it away. And Maservi comes on after giving up a double. Gets a couple of outs and keeps Tempe off the board in the bottom of the third inning. No runs on a couple of hits plus a walk. The Buffaloes leave 2, and after 3 innings of play, Tempe trails Saguaro 7-1. Top of the order for Saguaro in the fourth, and Ben Lagusas takes strike 1. Lagusas, Lace, and Adams for the SaberCats in the fourth. The 0-1 popped up in the infield, and Perez, the shortstop, is there. So Lagusas pops out for the first down, and the batter Turner Lace.
Batting number 20, Lace.
Good, Turner.
And Rubio puts the first one over the outside corner for a strike. The next one misses, and it's 1-1. 1 out, base is empty here in the 4th inning for Saguaro. They lead Tempe 7-1.
The tee.
The 1-1 pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. And the next one outside, 3-1. Lace with a walk and a single plus 2 runs scored in his first 2 trips. Saguaro scored 3 in the first and 4 in the second. They went 3 up and 3 down in the third as Rubio has retired 5 in a row. And 3-1. And a swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Now Lace calls time as he steps out. Turner back in and ready. 3-2 pitch coming up from Rubio. And it's a swing and a miss. So Lace strikes out, and that's 6 in a row retired by Rubio. And now he faces Brett Adams.
Go, Brett.
And Adams with a high fly ball. Blanc back there. And he'll put it away. And it's 7 up and 7 down now as Rubio has retired 7 straight, back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still Saguaro 7 and Tempe 1. Adam Messer leads off for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the 4th inning and takes strike 1 from another new pitcher. As Jack Kraft is on to pitch for Saguaro. Luke Eichste has come off the field for Saguaro, and Nick Lebrani's in center. Means that Eichste's probably going to get a chance to pitch here too today against Tempe, as that one is out of play on the first base side. One and 2 on Adam Messer, who had a single and scored Tempe's lone run in the second inning. The 1-2. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joey Matus, Austin Emo scheduled to follow for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now the 2-2. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. It's Lace on the grass, and then in a step or two onto the dirt to make the catch. 1 away.
Now batting number 18, Joey Matus.
Now Joey Matus, the left fielder for the Buffaloes. Steps out and then rolls a ground ball to the right side. Grabbed by Lagusis on Tamara, 2 away.
Now batting number 20, Austin Emos.
Now Austin Emos, the first baseman for the Buffaloes. The first one to Emos over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That's inside, and it's 1-1. Amos with a fly ball to right field his first time up. And the next one at the knee is a strike, and it's 1-2. Oh, and late on the swing there, and that will do it as Emos strikes out, and that ends the inning. A 3-up, 3-down fourth for Jack Kraft. We go to the fifth inning with Tempe trailing Saguaro 7-1. And Mara leads it off for Saguaro in the fifth inning and takes ball one. The 1-0 pitch. And that's belly button high, a strike, and it's 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike to Mara, who doubled home run in the first and then hit a 2-run home run to left field in the second. The 2-1. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. And Rubio back to it, the 3-1 pitch, and that misses for ball 4. So Merrill walks. He's aboard for the 3rd time today. And it's a leadoff walk in the 5th inning, and it brings up Michael Bloom. Well, the first pitch to Michael Bloom over for a strike. Tommy Janke is a pinch runner over at first base for the SaberCats. Turn and an easy throw to first base. On the ball rolls away, and then a throw down to second base. Janke slides in. It seemed like just a nice easy play over to first base, and it goes off the glove of Emos. And a breaking ball, that's over for a strike. Bloom trying to move that runner around from second base. They'll look back to second of the pitch. And that's a swing, but that gets away, and Bloom's going to get to first base without a throw. Went right through the legs of the catcher, Matus. Strikeout on a wild pitch puts Bloom at first base. Mara's pinch runner Janke goes to third. And the batter is Shane Stansbury. And the first one is Stansbury high for ball 1. Shane a strikeout and a ground out in 2 at-bats. And hits that one pretty well out to right center field. Blanc and Ballantyne over. And it's Ballantyne, the right fielder, with the catch, tagging from third base and scoring as Janke. And it's 8-1.
Now batting number 6, Jeffries.
Now Jack Jeffries will bat. He's in there for the SaberCats. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for Saguaro in the top of the 5th inning as they lead at 8-1. And Jeffries hits a fly ball to left field. And Matus back there and makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting number 21, McGill.
Now Ryan McGill trying to keep the inning going here for the SaberCats. Takes the first one for strike one. 8-1 our score in the top of the fifth. And a ball popped up in first base side foul territory, and for the first baseman, he almost trips on his way going after that one. I think he might have hit the lip of the grass over in foul territory. And the next pitch outside, and it's 1-2. Bloom aboard at first with 2 outs. A run in for the SaberCats in the top of the fifth inning. The 1-2 outside, that bounced in, and Matus didn't get it clean, and so Bloom goes to second base on another wild pitch. And now he's in scoring position. McGill with an infield single his first time up, then a fly out to center field as he takes outside, and it's 3-2. The set and the 3-2. And that's a line drive past the second baseman into shallow center field. Bloom will score, and McGill with a base hit. And an RBI single makes it 9-1. And the batter, JT Nettleton. Nettleton with a couple of fly ball outs. One to left field, one to center field. And the first pitch over for strike one. The 1-0 pitch and a ground ball down the third baseline, foul. Now Rubio with a set in the pitch, and that's bounced in, and a throw down to first base. Just getting back over there is McGill. The 1-1. Make it, I think it might have been the 1-2 pitch, but either way, it's a line drive into left field. The ball bobbled out in left, and that's going to give each runner an extra base. As McGill had rounded second, he was content to stop there, but Joey Matus in left field bobbled the baseball, and that allows McGill to go to third and Nettleton to go to second. And timeout called from the Buffalo dugout. The batter is Ben Lagusis. And we get a stoppage here in the fifth. 2 runs in for Saguaro in the top of the fifth. They lead 9-1. The first one, Lagusis bounces in, and another wild pitch brings in a run to make it 10-1. McGill scores, Nettleton to third. And a ball fouled out of play. And it's 1-1. Ten to 1 Saguaro in the top of the fifth inning. The 1-1. That looked pretty good. Just a bit outside though, and it's 2-1. If Lagusis reaches, then Turner Lace is next. The 2-1. And that's bounced in and blocked by Matus, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Three and one on Lagusis. And that's swinging a foul ball. And it counts 3-2. Rubio looking in, now the set. And that's inside, and it's ball 4. Lagusis walks, and he's on at first base for Turner Lace.
Now batting number 20, Lace.
And time called again from the Buffalo dugout in the top of the 5th, 10-1, SaberCats. Jesus Zavala, the new pitcher for Tempe. And he throws the first one over for a strike to Turner Lace. Nettleton at third, Lagusis at first. With 2 outs in the SaberCat 5th inning, Saguaro scored 3 times in the 5th to lead 10-1. The 0-1. And a called strike, and it's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch. And a ground ball to short. And the easy way to second base will get the final out in the 5th inning. And Saguaro adds 3 runs in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Saguaro 10 and Tempe 1. Nine, 1, and 2 in the order for the Buffaloes. Jesus Zavala leads off as he bats for the first time. And he faces a new Saguaro pitcher as Luke Eichste is on to pitch the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0. And that's fouled off way late there, and it's 1-1. One and one on Jesus Zavala. Andy Blanc, Billy Ballantyne to follow for the Buffaloes in the 5th. The 1-1. That's outside, and it's 2-1. Tyler Morgan now in as the catcher for the SaberCats. The 2-1 pitch. That's low, 3-1. SaberCats off tomorrow and Thursday, and then back at it on Friday in PowerPoint play as they will travel to Chandler to take on the Seton Catholic Sentinels. First of back-to-back games as that pitch misses for a ball, and Zavala walks.
Now batting number 4, Andy Blanc.
First of back-to-back games, I said, as the SaberCats will turn around and play on Saturday night at ASU, Packard Stadium. Andy Blanc at the plate now. That game at Packard will be against the Notre Dame Saints. Here's Eichste with a set and the 1-0 pitch. And that's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Buffalo is trailing 10-1. And a pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Zavala with the lead at first base. Eichste sets and the 1-2. And the pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. And that's hit into center field. And down in front of the center fielder, Lebrani, for a base hit. And the first two are on for the Buffaloes in the 5th inning. So Blanc with a single. Zavala goes to second.
Number 9, Billy Valentine.
And the batter is Billy Ballantyne. I'll look back to second. The first one from Eichste, and that's over for a strike. To Valentine, who has grounded out and walked in 2 trips. They'll look back to second base. And the 0-1. That one just misses, maybe a little bit low, and it's 1-1. Luke Eichste, the 4th pitcher to be used by Saguaro here in the ballgame, as Stephen Gifford pitched 2 1/3 innings. Nick Meserve 2/3, Jack Kraft an inning, and now Eichste here in the 5th. And the pitch fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Eichste looking in with the nod, the set, and the 1-2. And that one doesn't miss by a whole lot, but a ball, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled off. Still 2-2 on Billy Ballantyne. Luis Perez next for Tempe. We'll look back to second base, the 2-2 pitch. And that's outside, and it's 3-2.
Hey, get a ground ball, Luke.
Eichste ready, and the 3-2. And that's fouled off. Yeah, Ballantyne's fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches to extend the at-bat here against Luke Eichste. And a ground ball over to third. Knocked down by Stansbury. Picks up, throws, and throws wide at first base. And that loads the bases for the Buffaloes. So Tempe loads the bases with nobody out, and the batter Luis Perez, but first a SaberCat timeout at the bottom of the 5th. 10-1 Saguaro. Pitching change for the SaberCats as Dominic Bergs is on, and he'll get a ground ball and out at second, and they throw on to first base in time. A double play. A run is in for Tempe to make it 10-2. But Bergs comes in and induces a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Luis Perez. No RBI, of course, on the play as you get into that double play. Zavala scored and Blanc to third. So that's where the runners are at. Third base with 2 outs and a run in, and a ground ball foul off the bat of Josh Morales. The 1-strike pitch. And a ground ball, foul again outside of third base. The 1-2 on Morales, who has walked and lined out. 0-2 and another ground ball and another one fouled off. Another 0-2. This one fouled off on the first base side. Tempe has scored a run here in the bottom of the fifth inning to count the deficit to 10-2. The 0-2. And that's over for a cold third strike. Bergs comes on, gets a double play, and then a strikeout to get out of further trouble. Tempe scores once, and we head to the sixth. Tempe trailing Saguaro 10-2. 3, 4, and 5 of the order for Saguaro in the sixth inning as Brent Adams re-enters the lineup and takes low for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Over the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Adams, Mara, and Bloom for Saguaro in the sixth. The 1-1. And a hard hit ground ball out to short. Gets on Perez in a hurry, but he has it and throws to first base. And Adams grounds out to begin the sixth inning.
Now batting number 25, Mara.
Now Matt Mara for Saguaro. And the first pitch outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Outside and low, and it's 2-0. Saguaro won 5 straight to get their record to 500 at 6-6. They went play a couple of weeks ago, and then 4 straight wins in pool play in the Cleats Classic Invitational last week. Wins over Victor Valley, Marcos Teniza, Scottsdale Christian, and Mountain. As that pitch is low, and it's ball 4. So Matt's been on base all 4 times. 2 walks, a home run, and a double. And he's on at first base with 1 out for Michael Bloom. And that 5-game winning streak was halted in the quarterfinal, or the semifinal loss. I guess it was quarterfinal loss to Williamsfield last Wednesday in the Cleats Classic Invitational. There's a hard hit ground ball picked up at second and fired onto first base. And a double play ends the SaberCats sixth inning as Mara is forced by Perez, and then Perez throws strong to first base to double up Michael Bloom. And that does it for the SaberCats. We go to the bottom of the sixth, still 10-2 Saguaro. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the sixth as Ramon Matus leads off and takes high for ball 1. Stephen Wright on to pitch now for the SaberCats, the 6th pitcher used today. As that ball is lifted just over the SaberCat dugout on the first base side on the count 1-1. Saguaro scored 3 runs in the first inning, scored 4 in the second to go up 7-0. Tempe got one in the bottom of the second to make it 7-1. Pitch is fouled to the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. SaberCats with 3 in the top of the 5th inning to go up 10-1, and then Tempe answered with 1 in the bottom of the 5th to make it 10-2. And that's where we're at as we play the bottom of the 6th inning. And there's a swing and a miss, and Matus strikes out to begin the Buffalo 6th inning.
Batting number 5, Adam
And the batter is Adam Messer. The first one to Messer outside and low for ball one. Again, the SaberCats in a position, especially after scoring 7 runs in the first 2 innings, to kind of go through their bullpen here and get everybody a chance to get some live game action. It was a heavy workload for the pitchers, 6 games in 4 days last week. But now they have not played since Thursday and won't play again until Friday. So that's just 1 game in 8 days in the middle. And so they've got to, they don't have to, but again, they've got the luxury to be able to run a bunch of different guys onto the mound today. The 1-2 pitch. That's a swing. It's in the dirt. Adams will get it and fire to first base. And out at first. A strikeout, a 2-3 put out, retires Messer, and the batter is Joey Matus. The first pitch over for a strike. The 1 and the 0-1. That's low, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Joey Matus. And that ball fouled off, and it's 1-2. Two outs, bases empty. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tempe trailing Saguaro 10-2. And the next one high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 1 and the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And Wright strikes out the side in the 6th. We head to the 7th inning. It's Saguaro 10 and Tempe 2.
Tempe 2.
6, 7, and 8 in the order for the SaberCats in the 7th. Shane Stansbury takes low for a ball. And another one bounced in there, but it's 2-0. Stansbury with a sacrifice fly and an RBI his last time up. And the ground ball fouled off, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is inside, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch outside for ball 4. Stansbury walks. And the batter is Luke Eichstein.
Number 15.
right center. Here we go.
And the first one to Ikesty misses for ball one. Well, Zavala had come in, pitched pretty well. Got a fielder's choice to end the fifth inning. As that one is fouled straight back. A ground out, then a walk, but then a 6-3 double play in the sixth. Now a leadoff walk in the seventh. And a 1-1 count on Ikesty. And a pitch fouled out of play, and the count goes to 1-2.
Hey, line drive right here, bud.
And the pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 10-2, Saguaro leads as they hit in the seventh inning. Breaking ball is inside, and it's 3-2. One other score of note in play today. Teams from around the area. Notre Dame playing Paradise Valley, and the Saints beat the Trojans 2-1. Behind an 11 strikeout performance from Austin Schnabel as that pitch misses for ball 4. So back-to-back walks begin the seventh inning, and the batter is Ryan Miguel. Miguel takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch and a ground ball. Hit out to short. They'll get the out at second base. And probably didn't need to make that throw over to first there. It was not nearly in time. So Miguel aboard on the fielder's choice as Ikesty is forced 6-4 for the first out. Stansbury to third, and the batter JT Nettleton. And ball bounced in, and that'll get a run in as Stansbury will score on a wild pitch. SaberCats with one in the top of the seventh to make it 11-2. And a ground ball over to third, and that's just wide of the bag, only by about a foot over there. And they count 1-1. One and one on Nettleton, 1 for 3 today. And the next one bounced in. Throw behind the runner. And Miguel gets back. One on, one out, one in for Saguaro in the seventh. The next one bounces in, 3-1. Ben Lagusa is next for the SaberCats. And that pitch misses. 3 walks in the inning from Zavala. And now we'll face Ben Lagusis.
Now batting number 14, Lagasis.
And the first pitch over for a strike. The 0-1. That's fouled off, and it's 0-2. So Zavala comes back and throws 2 quick strikes to Lagusis. The set of the 0-2. And that's bounced in and blocked.
Come, Benny.
Look back to second and the 1-2. And a ground ball, and that's threw it into right field, a base hit. McGill waved around. Throw comes in, and it's caught off an RBI single for Ben Lagusis.
Now batting number 20, Lace.
McGill scores, Nettleton to third, and with Lagusis at first base, the batter Turner Lace. It's now a 12-2 SaberCat lead. And that's going to go to the backstop. And that gets another run in. Now the ball goes through the infield. And the throw to third base, and it's not in time. So another run in makes it 13-2 with a runner at third and 1 away. And a pitch over for a strike to Lace. SaberCats off tomorrow and again on Thursday. They'll be back to it on Friday afternoon at Seton Catholic. So the pitch is bounced in 2-1, and then Saturday night rather, under the lights at ASU to face Notre Dame Prep. And that ball down the left field line, and a foul ball. Two and two on Lace with Lagusis at third and 1 out of the inning. Saguaro has scored 3 times here in the 7th. And the pitch is high, and that runs the count full. 3-2 on Lace. And that's ball 4. 4th walk of the inning, plus a base hit. Given up by Zavala, and time called from the Buffalo dugout. Playing in the 7th, 13-2 SaberCats. First pitch over for a strike off the glove of the catcher, and that sends Lace to second base. Joey Matus, the new pitcher for Tempe. And the pitch bounces in. It's 1-1. Next one up and in. 2 balls and a strike. The 1 and the 2-1. And it misses. 3 balls and a strike. And that'll bounce in and go to the backstop. Saguaro is called off the dogs here, as Lagusis probably could have scored a couple of different times there, but staying put at third base. And the bases are loaded for Matt Merritt. 5th walk of the inning for the SaberCats. And they've been walked 10 times today as Mara takes strike 1. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3 runs in for the SaberCats in the 7th. And now 1-1 the count.
Have a day, Matt.
The 1-1. On the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-2. The strike zone has opened up a little bit here. A 13-2 game in the top of the 7th. And the 1-2. And that's lined into center field, and that will fall in for a base hit. 1 run will score. Another one coming around to score. And Matt Mara with a 2-run single to score Lagusis and Lace.
Now batting number 11, Bloom.
A 5-run 7th inning makes it 15-2. And the batter is Michael Bloom. And Bloom with a ground ball. That's picked up over at third. Morales knocked it down and then had enough time to just go over and tap the bag at third to retire the lead runner. A 5 and assisted play and a fielder's choice for Bloom. And the batter Shane Stansbury, who started the inning with a walk and scored a run. And the first one inside for ball 1. And a slow ground ball over to the right side. Grabbed and thrown to first base. And a 4-3 ground out ends the inning. SaberCats at 10 to the plate. In the 7th inning, they score 5 times and lead 15-2. A 9-1 for the Buffaloes in the 7th. Austin Emos takes up and in for ball 1. And Turner Lace, the 7th pitcher to come in for the SaberCats. Now 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Stephen Gifford went 2 1/3 innings for Saguaro. Nick Maservi 2/3 of an inning. Jack Kraft 1 inning. Luke Eichste pitched to 3 batters but did not record an out. So you get a slow grounder to short, the throw wide, and down the line.
Now batting number 7, Jesus Zavala.
So Emos aboard. So Emos to second base for Jesus Zavala. And Zavala with a slow ground ball. Stansbury will get another chance, and that throw on to first base, that's in time. And a 6-3 ground out as Stansbury moved from third base to short, and Ryan McGill is in as the third baseman for Saguaro. The runner at second with 1 out, back to the top of the order for Andy Blanc. But I mentioned Eichste, then 3 batters, no outs. Dominic Berg's an inning pitched. Stephen Wright threw an inning. And now Lace is on in the 7th to try to finish it up for the SaberCats. Saguaro leads 15-2. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And that went out to shallow left field, just in front of. And now they got the runner hung up. Boy, bad base running mistake there as Emos was too far off the bag at second, and he is thrown out as Bloom throws to Lagusis.
9, Billy Valentine.
Goes as a base hit for Blanc, and then Amos thrown out too far off the bag at second. Buffalo's down to their final out. Billy Ballantyne at the plate. I wouldn't think Mara would hold the runner on at first base with a left-handed hitter up there. And we'll see if they move him behind the runner as that pitch is over close anyway for a called strike. Yeah, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 on Ballantyne. And a swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and that'll do it. As Tempe is turned away in the 7th inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left, and we go final as Saguaro beats Tempe by a final score of 15-2. For the SaberCats, they score 15 runs on 11 base hits. They commit 2 errors and leave 6. For Tempe, 2 runs on 5 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they leave 6 runners on base. With the win, Saguaro goes to 7-8 on the season, and they get another PowerPoint win to go to 2-2 in PowerPoint ball games. Tempe falls to 2-11 overall on their season. SaberCats back at it on Friday afternoon over at Seton Catholic High School in Chandler, and we'll be back with you for that one at Seton on Friday. So that'll do it. Again, our final, it's Saguaro 15 and Tempe 2 from Tempe High School in Tempe. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll talk to you Friday afternoon at Seton Catholic.